This person absolutely adores you with the Ace of Swords. This is somebody that is very happy to have met you, very happy that there is a spark between the two of you that is being kindled every single day. This is somebody that thinks about you a lot more than they let on. This is somebody that looks forward to talking to you, looks forward to seeing you, looks forward to even just little moments together, little snippets of time where there can be some kind of exchange, texts back and forth. There may be some telepathy going on between the two of you, in which case when they, feel that little resonance from you, those energetic messages, this is something that kind of makes them smile, their secret smile. People around them are like, ooh, what's got you so happy? And it feels like they just like to keep that to themselves. They don't share that aspect with everyone. But this is definitely something that you have brightened this person's life up in the best possible way. This is somebody that is thinking very seriously about the next steps between the two of you, confessing some of these feelings that they have kept bottled up, providing you with certain reassurances that they're here for you in the long term. This is somebody that wants to go the distance with you. This is somebody that is very patient through whatever process is unfolding for you or for them or for the two of you at this particular point in time. This is definitely somebody that wants to advance to the next level with you. They're very excited about that, but they're having to sort of exercise patience at this particular point in time, because there's a sense that there's a chance to build something real, something meaningful, something lasting with you. This isn't just somebody that wants to be like a seasonal person, a temporary person. This is somebody that wants to be in your life in a long-term sense. They want to become closer with you. They want a lot of honesty between the two of you, shared experiences, beautiful memories that you create with one another. And so they're thinking about how that has happened so far, these beautiful experiences that you've had, ways in which you've had breakthroughs with one another that is providing them with reassurance that no matter sort of like what the circumstance looks like at this particular point in time, this connection has enough chemistry, enough potential, enough kind of like mutual interest, mutual attraction, effort on both of your sides of the equation to really help this to work, to help this to, evolve into something more. And we also have the Chariot. Yeah, so this is somebody that definitely wants to be the driving force in this situation. They want to provide you with reassurances that, like, I'm here for you. I'm invested in building a partnership with you. I'm not like one of these people that, when times get tough, I run. I'm the type of person that's going to stick with you through those times where we might not totally understand one another. There may be frustrations that occur, but I'm not going to go far. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm not going to, turn my back on you. I'm going to feel my feelings, and I will still continue to hold your hand. I will still continue to show up for you in this situation. In the times where things are like really good, it's really working between the two of you, and there is kind of like windows of opportunity, doors of opportunity that are open or can be easily open. This is somebody that isn't going to be very passive about that. They want to take leaps of faith forward with you in this connection, together where possible, and definitely on their side of the equation. Anything that is kind of like needing to be cleared up, energetically speaking, anything that they've been kind of like working through, this is someone that is very proactive about doing that, because they don't want to kind of delay what they almost feel is like an inevitable next step between the two of you. This is somebody that is seeking long-term energies with you, long-term experiences with you, starting now. Like the moment is now, the time is right, it's as right as it's ever going to be. And so this is somebody that it feels like really wants to share that with you, show that to you, like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you on the days when everything's wonderful between the two of us. I'm here for you on the days when, there's tension or stress between the two of us. I'm here on the days when things are going well for me or not so well for me, well for you, not so well for you. I'm here. We also have Justice. Yeah, so this is definitely somebody that has thought about marriage with you. This is something where they've given serious consideration to that. That could be something that could be like a challenge on their side. If this is somebody that was married before, or, they're not had a lot of great experiences as far as romance is concerned, where they had kind of developed like an opinion like, marriage isn't for me, or, I don't know if I'd get married again, kind of like one time was enough, and I don't want to go down that road again. You have softened this person's stance. They are starting to think about things from a different perspective. They are seeing that perhaps people in the past that things didn't work out with. It was all just a process of preparation to come to this place of alignment, because you are the person that fits in so well with like who life has shaped them into. But they also envision that the two of you can evolve with one another, grow in a very dynamic way, towards like whatever the next versions of you are going to be, like things that may come up in your life, for better or worse. You know, this is somebody that again wants to stick with you through that. This is somebody that is very motivated to try and make this work, not just for a temporary sense, not just for like immediate gratification, but this is something that they're almost thinking about like steps towards you, or even ways in which you're sort of wrestling with their own demons inside. Like this is a process of kind of like investing in building that foundation between the two of you, staying close even when it's difficult, when they're triggered, when their instinct is to run, or you know, their feelings get hurt, egos get in the way, obstacles and challenges in the material world make it kind of difficult for the two of you to spend as much time together as you would like, or you know, kind of like cross any distance that exists between the two of you to like spend time with one another. This is somebody that is like, I'm not going to let these things stop me. I'm not going to let these things pull me away from you. I'm not going to let these things, you know, kind of be factors that encourage me to sort of look elsewhere for love, because I've found everything that I'm looking for in you. Yeah, we also have the Four of Wands, so another card of marriage. So this is definitely somebody that wants to, you know, start to even like talk about that sort of plans for the future, what their ideal future would look like, their concept of happily ever after. They want to start asking you questions about that. They want to open the discussions towards that, so that it's something where you can kind of come to understand like this is sort of what we are building in the direction of, and how can we merge accordingly. This is what, you know, wish fulfillment would look like. So what can we do in the here and now in order to, you know, start to kind of make that dream more of a reality. This is definitely somebody that wants to, you know, create more closeness with you, kind of like let you know more about themselves, more about their world, more about what they have going on, their internal world, and also, you know, external circumstances in their life, because they see you as someone like you're going to be a part of that eventually. You know, the two of you are going to be a part of one another's lives on a deep and intimate level. And so if there are, you know, kind of challenges as far as like taking those next steps with one another, distance is a factor for some of you. You know, or this concept of kind of like you're just at a phase where it might be like too early, you know, to sort of ask you to marry them. You might be a little too old to be like, hey, let's run away with one another, you know. And it's kind of like you're having to sort of build things in a practical way, kind of keep your lives intact and, you know, move forward from there. So in the meantime, this is kind of somebody that, you know, is wanting to let you know like we can build with one another in a subtle way, even as we are waiting for our lives materially to align in a manner that is in accordance with both our highest good, that honors what we both have going on in our lives. Also have the Magician. So they definitely see you as wish fulfillment. This person is like, I manifested you. I kind of like dreamed of somebody like you coming into my life someday. You know, time passed, you never arrived, but I never gave up on that dream. And it feels like this is somebody that is very happy that they didn't settle. They didn't settle in the past, either by, you know, shutting their heart down completely and just pushing the idea of love and partnership totally away, even if they were sort of on the fence about marriage, or they weren't feeling too good about the idea of that, they were unsure about that. Maybe they saw a lot of people that, you know, had very troubled marriages, and so even if they weren't married, it was like, ooh, I don't know, that doesn't seem like too good of a bargain, too good of a deal. Maybe I'm better off just kind of like being single, or, you know, just dating people or whatever. This is something where you have helped to kind of bring those dreams that they had when they were younger, before they'd gotten hurt, before kind of life took over and sort of like made them jaded in different ways. You have helped to kind of re-energize those things. You've helped to reactivate that part of them, where they feel that you have arrived in their life at like the perfect time. This is the perfect moment. Even if there are outside challenges and obstacles, this is somebody that is very motivated to kind of work with what you have going on at this particular point in time, and to you know, be able to like find a way forward, to find ways in order to let you know like just how much they celebrate you, just how much you mean to them, just how grateful they are that, you know, you weren't just kind of this out of reach dream, this kind of like figment of their imagination, this ideal person that they were never going to encounter in the flesh. You check off so many boxes for this person, in very subtle ways, like little things that they had always kind of been like, oh, if I could meet someone like that, that would be perfect. That would be my ideal type, my ideal individual. and here you are. And so this is somebody that has definitely taken note of that, and so they are holding this connection very close. This is somebody that is wanting to be very kind of methodical, meticulous, very mindful, and very deliberate with the ways in which they are seizing opportunities, making the most of every moment, not just waiting for kind of like things to feel right or things to feel good, but this is somebody that wants to like push forward, to break through barriers, even just provide you with reassurances that if the circumstance isn't ideal, you are definitely like everything that they have wished for. And so if that requires being patient, letting time unfold or other circumstances to shift around so a clearer path forward is available, then that's what they'll do. If it requires them, taking certain leaps of faith, making changes and adjustments in their life that might be uncomfortable, but would definitely, open possibilities between the two of you, this is something that they are also working on behind the scenes. They're thinking about that. They're figuring things out. How can we make this work? Yeah, we also have temperance. So it feels like this person, at the very least, is sort of thinking about, kind of like the rest of this year. What is this going to look like? This is somebody that has like a longer term plan with you. This isn't just somebody that's like taking it moment by moment. Like they're enjoying every single moment, but they're almost like, we need to, kind of get some sort of momentum going. There needs to be some sort of goal that I have in mind as far as this connection is concerned. And that may be sort of putting pressure on themselves to make any necessary changes that have to happen in order to like create space, make room in their life for this connection. This can have to do with being very aggressive with kind of dealing with triggers, dealing with wounds, dealing with shadows within, in order to be able to kind of make themselves emotionally ready to provide like a greater invitation for emotional contact with you, emotional experiences with you, and to allow themselves to be loved fully by you. This is somebody that really wants to make sure that they don't accidentally push you away because of wounds or fears within, left behind by other people, or even just a sense of like certain things that were never fulfilled, wishes that were never fulfilled with this person before. And there's almost a sense of like, this is totally new territory. The fact that you are that dream person come to life, that everything is feeling right, everything is going well, even in the difficult times, like it feels like they feel like you're both moving in the same direction towards that greater partnership. And so this is somebody that definitely wants to make sure, that they sort of get ahead of any kind of triggers, that they are not just kind of, dwelling in the midst of the moment and kind of missing out on the opportunity to make sure that certain circumstances come up, things that they may know they have in their life, kind of like further down the road, like as the year is wrapping up, there's a sense like, I don't want to have to just kind of, step away from this connection. I don't want to let other stresses in my life sort of create detriment between the two of us. I don't want to leave you with a sense of uncertainty. I don't want things to get like really close and feel really good between the two of us, and then I start questioning that. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes with this person. This is somebody, it feels like, that almost at night, like before they go to bed, they're thinking of you. Like they're like laying there and just like thinking of you. Not even so much like spicy thoughts and fantasies, because those are definitely like part of what it is that they're thinking about. But this is also somebody, it feels like, that is creating some kind of plan. How can I make sure that this is a connection that doesn't stagnate? How can I make sure that because I see you as wish fulfillment, that I am doing everything in my power, and even more than that, in order to make sure that we are actively, proactively heading in the direction of greater closeness, greater companionship, better experiences with one another, more reassurances or actual steps forward, to where we can create that material closeness. We can link our lives together more profoundly than they have been up to this point in time. They don't just want to wait for like, okay, great, all the blocks and obstacles are clear, and the coast is clear and it feels good, so let me progress forward. This is somebody that is like, if we need to move in a different sort of way as far as this is concerned, in order to avoid triggers, or to kind of like take certain leaps of faith, if we need to be impulsive at times and then sort of step back and be patient and navigate almost kind of like a jagged terrain forward, then that's what we're going to do. This is somebody, it feels like, that is also giving a lot of like prayers of gratitude. They're praying to their higher power, thank you for bringing someone like this into my life. And they are also like sending you love and prayers like from afar, kind of like, as much as they've expressed to you and and whatever is hidden, it's kind of like, you know, even if they aren't saying it out loud all the time, it's like this person loves you, this person like feels you deeply within in their heart, this person sees you as like their person, their match, their mate, their other half. This is you're the person that they want to settle down with, they want to build a life with, they want to have a future with. And so they may also be like praying for guidance about that, sort of, how does this need to happen? Give me the strength to, you know, sit still in this period of time where that may be necessary, or the strength and courage to be very kind of open and honest with my feelings. If expressing feelings is not like a thing that comes easily to them, or in this situation where it feels like there's such long-term potential, like it's so serious between the two of you that they almost take that very seriously, that they're kind of like wanting to make sure that they say the right thing, wanting to make sure that this isn't just like a nonchalant progress forward, but it's something that you're like honoring every step of that journey. So they're definitely like consulting their higher self, they're praying for guidance, praying for strength, praying for kind of like answers in this situation so that they can continue to show up for you in the ways that they can in the material world. But then also, this is somebody who's definitely like working on that emotional landscape. They're working on kind of the world within in order to be able, you know, to align with you, like mind, body, and soul, to align with you in a way that even if their words, you know, provide you reassurances, this is someone that wants to make sure, like energetically, you understand that they are very invested in you, they are very committed to you. This is somebody that wants to see this connection through to the next level. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.